Sorry, guys, I'm running like super behind. I just got stopped with the talk to the police, all kind of stuff. So let's get this light going. Got a new light here. Let's see we going here. What's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams. We're going to do it really light today. I hope you guys can hear me. I got to working on a new setup, and we're going to talk about this question and answer time. You can ask me questions on the topic we're talking about. Don't ask me about about crazy stuff because that's not going to work. But I want to, if you're in the chat room, I want to say what's up, what's going on. Got a new light here. I'm just trying to get everything set up correctly. What's going on, everybody? You in the chat room, what's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams, and it is election time, so we got a lot going on here. Let's talk about it. What's going on? If you're in the chat, you coming in, looking through. This is Lawrence D. Adams. This is the day where you can ask me some questions. Got some announcements coming up. Got a webinar that's going to be coming up with Alfie Kingdom. We're going to do a webinar. You want to definitely be a part of that. I got to see if I can get my other camera working, but definitely you guys want to, this is the perfect time to ask a question. So we're going to just talk in general. There's a lot going on today. This is Super Tuesday. Next, you know, it's election. I hope many of you guys voted, but this is Lawrence D. Adams. And yes, I am here. I might switch camera because I want to test out my new camera, get that going. But here, if you're here in the chat room, this is a good time to ask questions on related topics. None of that crazy. We got time for all that nonsense, anything like that. So excuse me as I sort of get these things together. I'm like running behind. But hey, you got any questions? Good time to ask questions. We can break it down. Hey, I might even share the link. You can come up and we can drop some knowledge, share it back and forth. This is the perfect time to do this. I normally do not do this. Had a lot going on today. It's been a busy day, and I'm just getting in front of the camera as my setup is not completely together. But I want to tell you today, one of the things that I got a drop coming tomorrow. There is a drop coming tomorrow called Don't Be Her Placeholder. Don't be her placeholder. Do you hear me? Some of you guys are women's placeholder and don't even know it. So you got to listen to that drop. Tomorrow is coming out. I'm going to lay it down tomorrow. Don't be the woman's placeholder. You don't want to be that in a woman's life. So what's going on, Salute Brother? Definitely, I mean, you want to come up? We can chop it up a little bit. What's up, Outfit Kingdom? Here is a copy of this link and put it in the chat when you want to come up. We can just chop it up for a minute because it's been got a lot going on trying to get this camera together. There's a link, Alfie. You can come right on up and we can chop it up. But this is Lawrence D. Adams. Alfie and I will be doing a live webinar. You want to be a part of that, but it's not for everybody. So you definitely want to be a part of it. We're going to go into some deep things. So you got a mixture of his style and my style coming together. It's going to be amazing. So you want to definitely be a part of that. And so tonight, this is a question and answer time. So this is a good time to ask questions. If you have any questions about something pertaining to game, life, we're not talking about, well, the girl is fat, and I'm not talking about all that. About what we're normally what's on this channel. You ask me some silly stuff, I'm not going to answer you. I'm going to overlook you. It's not that type of party. So today has been one of those wonderful days. It's been busy as election time is going on, but it is super, as I say, this is Super Tuesday. So you have any questions? It's the perfect time to ask questions in the chat room or even coming up. So one of the things I will talk about is that I've been constantly hitting hard about manhood because it's been, and of course the channel is redirected it's called Recharging Manhood. So one of the things I'm really getting at is that there's been a strategic attack against manhood. If you talk anything manly, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be an attack against you. I'm not talking any kind of pills. I'm not talking about any of that. Or I'm talking about when you stand up and be a man, there has been some strategic forces in place so that men do not stand up and be men. And I think it's imperative that you understand your place, because when you understand your place, she can understand her place. Until you understand your place, how can she understand her place? It doesn't happen. So it's important as a man that you understand where you stand it as a man. You can only lead as far as you can see. And a lot of you are short-sighted on what it is. And this is another thing here. A lot of guys don't want to admit it, but they want to be in a relationship. A lot of guys can talk all this pimp and all that kind of stuff, but the reality of it is they want to be with somebody. They want to be with one woman. Everybody's not going out to have a rotation or have multiple women. Some guys just want to find a good woman. But I found out the problem is a lot of guys don't know how to pick a good woman. You don't know how to pick a good woman. So what you do is you end up settling for whatever you can get because it's convenient. There's a difference from going to Whole Foods and going to your local convenience store. There's a difference from going to Whole Foods and then going to your local convenience store. What's the difference? Of course, at the convenience store, in a little bit, okay. Of course, in a convenience store, it's easy to get everything that you need that fast. But at the Whole Foods, you get a different quality of what? Food, or a different quality of product. So even though you're paying for convenience, the product is not the same. And so the same thing goes for men. A lot of you want convenience, but you're not looking at the quality of what you're doing with. So a lot of times guys fall for the convenience of a woman that's just going to give them the quick sex in a minute, but they're not looking at the quality of woman. So what they do is they get on these channels or whatever case may be and complain about women. But what quality of women are you dealing with? Here, we want to make sure that you deal and understand that you get a quality woman. And there are quality women out there. But the issue is, who has taught you how to get quality women? Where is the classes to teach you how to get a quality woman? Who has taught you? Even at a younger age, we're automatically driven by our lower nature or by our natural imperatives to go have sex. But how many of us are driven by the fact that we have not been taught how to pick a good woman because we don't know what to look for? And when you learn what to look for, you become a skills marksman in finding the woman that's right for you. Now, this is the other thing. Just because the woman is good for you doesn't mean she's good for me. That's why when it goes back to Red Pill Showman said, or Sigma Showman says right now, is that you got to understand yourself. Most guys don't understand themselves. That's why they pick something that's reflection of themselves. They don't know the importance of picking a good woman, so their picker is off. So you can listen to all this game and listen to everybody else, but until you learn how to pick a good woman, you're going to fall into the same traps that other people are falling into. So I know I said a lot right there, but I'm trying to get you to really understand. But you definitely, I want you to really get this. Who has taught you how to choose a good woman? A good woman first doesn't start with a choosing. It starts with a good man. So it's time for you now to become a good man. Thank you, Dre. I appreciate that. It's time for you to become a good man. See, it's easy to get on here and complain about women and their nature. I mean, I can do it. I can make a channel. We can go back and forth and talk about female nature. But guess what? It doesn't make any sense if you do not know how to pick a good woman. Who's taught you? Where was the father? Where was the grandfather? Where were the uncles? Where were the neighborhood guys to show you, hey, man, don't deal with that type of girl. You need to deal with her. She's a good woman. There has not been there. So there's a void here that a lot of men are missing, regardless of what age. They had no one teach them that this is a quality woman, or this is a woman that has potential to be a quality woman if you know what to pour inside of her. That's another thing. Sometimes you're looking at what's on the outside of the woman, not seeing the potential that she has to be a good woman for you. So you don't know how to, and I know women hate this, but I don't care. You don't know how to train a woman inside of your what? Space. We train people to be inside of our space, good or bad or indifferent. We train people good, bad, and indifferent to be in our space. Salute, brother. What's going on? We train people to be in our space. I'm not desperate no more. I smell the roses. Right. When you lose the desperation, because women can smell it from afar off. I don't know why how many videos we need to see that we understand that women can smell when you're desperate. So that's why you need to slow down and say, I had this issue with women before, let me correct it so that you can get a quality woman that's right for you. But you got to determine that. You got to determine, does she turn you on? Does she mentally turn you on? Does she emotionally turn you on? And I think what's going on, China White, I think what happens is a lot of guys do not know how to pick a quality woman. So what you do, you get on here and you find groups of people who complain about women. Like women groups who complain about different quality of men. But I'm here to tell you, if you can get a program that can teach you how to pick a quality woman, what things do you need to look for in a quality woman? So I'm gonna this is question extra time because I normally question and ask time. I'm going to ask you, what qualities do you think, what three qualities, we got people watching, what three qualities do you think that are imperative for a man to find in a woman? In the chat room, what three qualities do you think are imperative for a good woman? What three qualities do you think are imperative to have for a woman to have to be a good woman? See, if you never ask these questions, you're going to always pick wrong. So I'm asking in the chat room, what do you think the three qualities for you? Do you know your program? Do you know your program, right? Very true. You paying attention when I've been teaching. What three qualities do you think are imperative for you to have, that the woman needs to have to be with you? What three qualities? See, everyone's three qualities is going to be different, but I need you to cooperation. Can you please say that for the people in the back of the gym? You're right. That's a good thing. What other qualities do you think are imperative for you that woman must have? See, if you never say it, if you never answer this question, guess what's going to happen? You're never going to see that in your life. So what three? I'm giving three. Thank you. So, only Alfie would say, what? Sex, and sex. If it's only sex that you're looking for, guess what? That's all you're going to get. But guess what's going to happen? You can't have sex every day. And you're not going to have it all day. So either she's going to just be a jump off or a smash and dash, or she's not going to be a person that's going to be a participate in your life. So you got to think about that. Even though sex is good, because I love it. But the thing of it is, can you have a sustainable relationship with a woman just on sex? Because you need sex. I just shared your live stream. I appreciate that. I know Alfie's joking. That's, I understand. But I want you to really think about that, because there are guys who say, all I want is sex. I just want to do it. But have you thought about it? There's something else there. Thank you. There's something else. Let me see what Mosman said. Meek, modest in dress, respectful, honorary fourth, intelligent, honorary fourth, and intellectually curious. Oh, thank you. See, so when you clear on what you're looking for, what you think is important, guess what's going to happen? You have a better chance of bringing it back and bringing it into your life. But most guys never have that question, because all they're thinking, as Alfie said, is the sex. Meek, modest in dress, respectful, and intellectually what? Curious. That's what he would say. And that's nothing wrong for him to say that. But what would you say? Women love a leader, right? Women love leader and teachers. Obviously, trust, dedication, open to listen, Doesn't seek attention from everyone. Wait a minute. Let me drink some water on that. Doesn't seek attention from everyone. That's big right there. Doesn't seek. So this talk about that one thing. Women need attention from men. But if she's constantly seeking attention from other men, you need to look at her. Pay attention to that. And I see China why I said a dominant man. And most guys don't know how to be dominant because we have neutered, spaded, neutered, whatever, a lot of men. So to be a dominant man in this day and age is almost a scary thing. I will give a story, but I got to preface it. I got to say it happened 5 years ago. So respect. You want respect. Very true. That is a good one. You definitely want respect from a woman. So we got some things that we can work with. See, the thing of it is you can be thinking this in your head, but until you actually say them and really think about them, can you actually bring them into where you at? So that's the thing. Hold on, I want to try this. Let's try this right quick. Let's try this. Let's see how this looks. Oh, that's even better. All I did was switch cameras. Okay. So pretty cool. I like this. There, you got a way to focus. So the other side of it is this. You see my videos? I'm dropping. Okay. Apply it. Now that's the thing of it is you can get this information, but what you got to do is you definitely right. You got to apply it to what we're talking about. So I'm not going to talk that much. If you have any questions, this is the perfect time to ask questions. I like this camera angle. It's pretty different. What I would do is change this softer and bring this down. There we go. That's even better because that was too bright. So you have any questions? Because I had so much going on. I didn't get time to really do a show title. So I'm about to really jump ahead of that. You have any questions? The perfect time to ask questions because I'm going to adjust this camera just one time to get it just where I want it at. Okay. Right there. Once I get this camera right, one time, sorry about this, guys, but I gotta, there we go. Got a new camera, then you got an autofocus. There we go. Now it's on the autofocus. There we go. So you have any questions about what we're talking about? This is the perfect time to ask questions. I need to bring the other one in so we have multiple views. What are my three? That's a good. Your content is solid. There we go. So what are my three? My three are submission, cooperation, and compliance. Submission, cooperation, and compliance. That's three things I look for that I'm looking at a woman. Is she submissive? Ah, you have a question. Okay, here we go. We got questions, okay? So now the questions are coming in. I hope I'm gonna get my other computer up. So we got questions. And let's see here. Let me close this out. Okay, I'm showing over here. What is something that you always teach your woman? Good question. What is something that I always teach my woman? So one of the things that I teach the women that come into my life, I teach them how I move, or I teach them how I deal with my space. And what I mean by that, sometimes I just want the woman there, but I don't want her to bother me while I'm doing what I'm doing. So I teach her about my space, or teach her about how I move or how I conduct business. And not business as far as like business, but how I conduct my life. So I begin to say, hey, I like things this way, or I like things that way. So I begin to slowly begin to articulate that and actually show her. So that's one of the things that I do. I teach the women that come into my life. So she's learning how LDA moves. I'm not like the other guy that you've been with. I'm like the guy right here. So I'm teaching her slowly how I move versus how she might have someone else did. Let me say that I have a question. Okay. I have a question. What is this? What is sexy to a man about a woman? Good question. What is sexy to a man about a woman? So, one of the biggest things that are sexy to a man about a woman is a woman who encompass the essence of what? Femininity. A woman who encompass the essence of femininity. See, a lot of time we have a lot of women who are in their masculine and not in their femininity. That is one of the things. If she's in her femininity, and I see what you said next, and if she's what? What if she's what? If she's able to cater to a man, yeah. But what is so sexy to see a woman in a dress or in the heels who's walking, and you can see what her watching her femininity, how she moves, how she does certain things. That is right there. The woman's in her femininity. Oh my God. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Uh-oh, this is sliding. I gotta fix this. Once I get this correct, get my gear together. Okay, come on, camera. Once she's in her femininity, dude, do you hear what will happen? Do you understand what will happen? What will happen with that? I'm telling you, most people don't. I don't think women understand how powerful to see a woman in her femininity. How powerful that is. Then it's like superpower, right? She can just walk in and do her hair like that, or whatever case like that. But if she's in her, and she does not have to say that she's in her femininity, she just exudes it. It's completely different. It's completely different when she does that. I'm telling you, most people don't. I'm telling you, if you understood, women understood how powerful that is when a woman is in her femininity, and it is amazing. Did you hear what I'm saying to you? It is amazing. It's amazing. And so I wish more women would get into their femininity, because if they did, they'll get more from the men. And then there's the other thing about the femininity. If she can also, I'm trying to open up, you'll see what I'm gonna do in a minute. And also, she's in her femininity. But if a woman learns how to talk to a man, oh my God. She learns how to talk to a man. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? The things that she can get done when she realizes she can talk the way she talks to a man. Do you understand? I think women don't understand the powers that they have, because they're they're missing it. Oh shoot. Go back. Here we go. Let's go here. So, okay. Oh, there we go. 1 second. For 1 second, I'm doing something. So if you understood the power that women really have, it's amazing. It's amazing. Uh-oh, I'm getting feedback. There we go. Let's do this. So, can we hear feedback? Okay, good. So I wish a lot of people would understand. I think that women, okay, let's see what you're saying. I think women who want to I think women who want to make my spirit smile is sexy. That's a good point right there. Sometimes I don't think women really understand the power that they have. Well, some women do, but I think a lot of women do not understand the power that they really have. So let's ask another question in the chat room. What do you have? I just have been doing this through setup. See how this turns out. Let's turn it this way. Let's turn it this way. A simple good morning, a thoughtful, encouraging word, a snag a hug, good jokes, soothing words, sincerity makes me float on air. See, you need to know that about yourself. What makes you tick? What is it about the woman that makes you tick? If you don't know that, guess what's going to happen? You'll never experience it. It's imperative that you understand that you understand what makes you tick, what the woman offers you. Y'all like this new? How y'all like this new setup? I'm trying something new. Got a couple cameras going. So if you have any more questions, I'm getting feedback here. I got my mic off. So if you have any more questions, it's a good time to ask some questions right now as we're going into, this is almost like a test run. I'm trying to get some things going, but I definitely want you guys to really gravitate what I'm talking about. Let's get in this shot. Get in this shot. There we go. And move this over. There we go. Move this a little over here. So I want you to really understand how powerful this is when you begin to walk in this. I think people don't even understand the power of it. So yeah, pretty fire, huh? Pretty nice, like the look. I just got to adjust my cameras a little bit. Okay, here we go. That's better. And adjust this because it's going down too far. There we go. There we go. This is how I want it. It's crazy because on there is blurry. So, any more questions that you have? This is a good time to ask me some questions. Good time to ask some questions because this is just a show I'm doing because I didn't get time to get a subject matter on this. And what happened was, the election and everybody voting and everything like that, it sort of took up my time. Okay, got a question right there. Good. Do women adopt your cool, calm demeanor as they grow with you? That's a good question. Do women adopt your cool, calm? This is the thing. Women, and I said this before, and I'm not gonna wait for this to catch me. Come on, I wanted to autofocus. There you go. Let me say this. The woman should be an expression of who you are. So when you come on, camera, catch. She's going to reflect what you are and multiply it. So if you're pouring into her certain things, she's going to reflect that in her life. You know why this camera? So what we're going to do, we'll fix this camera and go, because this camera we got to work on. Let's get it, boom, back to the FaceTime camera. And there we go. So she has to reflect who you are. So what happens is they begin to slowly adopt different things that you say, how you handle different things, how you express things. So yes, they begin to adopt slowly how you do things. So yeah, women do that. And you need to look for it that a woman does do that for you. You'll be amazed what women pick up that you don't think they pick up on. So I'm going to move this camera slowly this way. There we go. You'll be amazed at what women definitely do pick up on. Let's adjust this like this. You see Leo the lion right there. So you have any more questions? So yes, women can adapt to your cool, calm as they grow with you. Yes. She's made to adopt. Do you understand that? Women are made to adopt to you. Adapt. Well, adapt as adopt. Adapt to you. So yes, that can happen. So any more questions that you have? This is a good time to ask me some questions. Good. Oh, there's something there. Okay, good. I was on a date with an old friend, and she made note about my calm nature. It makes me wonder about how many guys she's been with who weren't calm. In the words of Steve the Dean, my friend for many years, who gives a rat's behind on who she was with? Because all it is, who gives a rat's behind about who she was with? You know why? She's with you. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. She's with you. I know what you're getting at, but at the end of the day, it only comes back to you. It only comes back to you. Maybe she wasn't with guys that were not calm, but guess what? She's with you. So I understand what you're saying, but if you try to think about what everything the woman is thinking about, you will be lost in the sauce and you'll lose your game. Trust me. Some things are not even worth wasting your mind energy on. Telling you, it's not even worth it. Wasting your energy on what she is thinking. I gotta remember where the camera is on this. Right there. So what I can do is turn it this way. There we go. So it's not even worth it wasting your energy on what she's thinking. Telling you, it's not. If you do that, what's going to happen is you're gonna lose your place. So any more questions that anybody has? Everybody's quiet. Nobody asking questions. Forgot I can turn this camera this way. Any more questions that you have? And I will have a show next week. And tomorrow you're going to look for that video called "Are You a Placeholder?" Some of you guys are placeholders. Some of you guys are placeholders for women and don't even know it. So this is a good time to ask me some questions that you have, because when you ask me questions, you pull on what's inside of me. So you definitely want to do that. Good time to ask me some questions. And I'm not going to go long either because I was not prepared. And I like to be prepared for what I do. Annalena, everybody, she's here. She is here. Uh-oh, the famous question, what's going on? I see you. Let me turn my camera back around. I see you. Oh, Oh boy, the infamous question. Salute. What's the best way to increase your value to become a high value man? Boy, you're bringing up Kevin Samuels. That whole conversation over there. So, how do you increase your value to become a high value man? First thing you need to do is you need to find out, because there's a whole big discussion about this. I've seen them all debating this. You first need to define what is a high value man. You first need to find out what is a high value man. You cannot increase to something if you don't know what it is. You cannot increase to something until you know what it is. You can't increase. You can't increase to something if you don't know what it is. So what is a high value man? There's so many spins and things like that. And I'm going to give props to where props are due. This is something that Kevin Samuels, go to his channel, has a quarter market on his definition of what a high value man is. So for me to come over here and actually say anything on what he has already stated, I cannot do. But I will say this: in order for you to increase your value, I say, my personal opinion, not Kevin's, not anybody else's, my thing is you increase your personal value when you begin to invest in improving yourself. When you increase improving yourself. When you increase improving yourself. If you first got to define what is a high value man. 2, you must understand one way to increase to become a high value man is when you take the time to invest in who you are as a man. Most of the guys do not want to spend the money, don't want to take the time to read, don't want to take the time to improve themselves so that they can increase in value. You only increase in value. Something is only of value when, what's going on, SB? Something only becomes in value when it's a rarity, when it is what else? How does something else come increase in value? When it's something that other people want. So you got to think, how do I increase in value? You need to first invest in yourself. I'm going to repeat it because I want you to get it. You invest in yourself by hearing things as on this channel. You need to invest in yourself. So what do you say? So that's going to increase your value because now you're separating yourself. You're separating yourself from what the average person is doing. Let's see what Annalena said. I want a good person first, then add on to my prefaces. It's a lot, but the older I get, I'm getting more specific in who is right for me. And that is very true. When you begin, because you're becoming more clear on what you need in your life. And actually, as you get older, you begin to change what's right for you. What you wanted at 20 is not the same thing you want at 30. And what you wanted at 30 is not the same thing you wanted at 40. Please understand that. What you wanted at certain times is not the same thing that you want at when you were younger. So it does change. It does change. But I want to make sure I get back to the high value things like that. You have to invest in yourself. You have to improve yourself. I know the argument, well, I'm a high value man no matter what. Guess what? Who determines you a high value man? Who determines that you're a high value man? It's determined by a lot of factors, but I would say one thing that it is determined by, and I know this is a big argument, Something is determined valuable by someone else. Something is determined valuable by someone else. You're determined by listening to me that you have some kind of value that you're going to listen to me. I can say I'm valuable in myself, which I have to say, but you're determining now that I'm valuable, what? By your listening to the advice, everything that I'm sharing. So it's always a two-way street when it comes to value. So you increase your value when you realize that you're separating yourself from the average. And then there's another level probably behind, greater than high value, where you become a rarity, where you're not like the common people. So you always got to think about, how do I separate me from what everyone else? So if you're talking to a pool of women, what's going to separate you? What's going to make her separate you from all the other guys? And sometimes we thinking, oh, it's the looks. It's not the looks. Oh, I got to get money. You need money. But it's not the money. What intrinsic value do you add to your world and those around you? What intrinsic value do you add to your world and those around you? That's what really counts. Many of you are not adding value to other people. Let me stop. Any more questions? I'm not going to go long. I'm at 42 and I'm trying these new camera angles and I got to figure out why my camera is not working. There we go. So you have to realize it depends. Salute. What's going on? Salute. Jam it all. Salute. Appreciate that. It depends on what you're looking for. See, that's a good thing you said that. It depends on what you're looking for. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So what's valuable to one person may not be valuable to someone else. Let's say this again. What's valuable to one person may not be valuable to someone else. How can I say this? Take a person that's a farmer and a person that's in a city. What's valuable to the farmer is a tractor trailer that goes out and gets all the corn. What's going on, Trav? Hey, oh man, hey, dude, put this link. You can definitely pop up. What's valuable to the farmer is not the same thing that's valuable to the guy that works on Wall Street. People don't understand that. So what's valuable to him is different. So you got to understand, what does the markets deem as valuable and what are you going to offer? Hey, Trav, you can definitely come up. Good question. Do you evaluate yourself through your woman's eyes? And you asked a good question, and I'm going to tell you, no. You don't evaluate yourself through your woman's eyes. Don't do that. Because what you're going to do is going to shortchange yourself when you do that. You need to evaluate yourself against yourself. We instinctively know that we can do better than what we're doing. We intrinsically know that we can do better than what we can do. You look at your woman as, because it's a good question, why am I attracting this type of woman? That's the only evaluation you need to look at. Why am I attracted to this type of woman? Why is she attracted to me? So if that's the evaluation that you're doing, but she does not, you can allow that to happen where you're allowing that to determine your value. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I think a lot of people miss that point. So Trav, I put there, I don't know where Trav is, but you definitely, the link is in the chat room. You can come up. You're probably getting this stuff together because I know you're going to have some heat like you did last week. And if you missed last week, you missed last week. So I definitely tapped in. Don't let anyone define you. You probably can downplaying you when you can do greater. I'm sorry, I get tongue tied. Don't let anyone define you. They probably can downplay you when you can do greater. That is very true. That's a good point. You know you're dope. Everybody knows. You got to have that sense of self-confidence. That's a very good point. You must have that. Not saying better than her, but not saying better than her, but don't let anyone define you, man or woman, is what I meant. I understand what they're saying. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Okay, here go Trav. So I'm going to add them to.
Yeah.
You like the magic? 3 different angles.
I see. Nice. Shoot, I'm just over here. Got done doing some studying, just checking out some of this election stuff.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful. I love this election time.
Mm-hmm. So what are we talking about?
Man, it's an open forum because I didn't get a topic for today, and that's my fault why I didn't do that. But pretty much it's talking about. Okay, there's a question in there. Where okay, let's see what it said. I can never understand that question because I'm always attracted to the same type of women. So let's go back up because this is where. Do you ever evaluate yourself through your woman's eyes? So you answer that.
Do you ever evaluate yourself through your woman's eyes? I do, because I try to be empathetic, which means that, I try to see from what I'm putting out, what her point of view might be from my actions. But I mean, I kind of do that with everybody. You know what I mean? I try to give I always try to read everything and do a win-win scenario naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely do, but I also do that because I can also see when she's wrong, because there's times where female logic can be kind of counterproductive in certain situations, like jumping to conclusions or thinking mind reading. And I have to kind of know through my experience sometimes, oh, she might act like this, so I might need to do this so that doesn't trigger her because she's going to take it a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely question here. I'm trying to think what else. Okay. Here, can you understand? Okay.
Because just real quick, because honestly, bro, when I'm around a woman, I don't fully relax.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like, mm-hmm. I feel like I'm responsible for her.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, in some ways, almost like a child. I feel like I'm responsible for a woman like that.
It's funny because it's almost instinctively when she comes into my space, I might as well say it, she's under my rulership.
Yeah.
And anything that happens in that space, I take responsibility. And even if she acts out of what I expect in my space, she has to leave. She's dismissed. I think a lot of people, guys, don't understand how that works. I'm trying to get these things together, figure this thing out. I think a lot of times guys don't understand how that works. That she is in your space, she's under your rulership or whatever you want to call it, and most guys don't understand that. She cannot come over here and tear my place up, and she does.
And most guys don't have that dynamic. It's usually the dynamics are the way around. They're under her rulership because of the power of the P. And that's the thing that I've noticed with women, and I'm gonna be real, that's kind of weird because it's like women will fight for power, but then once they have the power, it's like they regret having it. They don't want it. And it's always like a cyclical thing. It's like, okay, I want a guy to dominate and do this. All right. Then you have that guy doing it. Then it's like sometimes there's little moments where she's going to test you and be like, I think I could do it better. You know what I mean? And you got, so that's all kind of a part of the game.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is all part of the game because I lost my train of thought. That's real. Lost my train of thought.
Well, we were just talking about how, you're the leader, but your leadership gets challenged. Maybe that'll keep you.
Yeah. Definitely a woman's always going to challenge your leadership on some kind of level. The thing of it is how you handle it, and that you do not get into your emotions, but you're always in your logic. Why is she doing that? Let me bring her, let me spin her around and get back into this place. If you do not pass it, see, this is the thing. Guys don't understand. A woman wants to poke the bear because she wants to know your dominance.
Yeah. No, that's true.
A woman wants to know that you are a dominant male. And you want to say, hey, that's it. Don't you do that. But most guys shy away from that because they're thinking they're going to lose the P and actually going to get more when they do what we just said.
That's a fact.
Women want to be dominated. And regardless of what the Me Too movement or any other movement said, if you talk to any woman one-on-one, when they're outside of their little peer group, I like it when you grab my throat.
Me Too has nothing to do with guys that have game.
No.
Me Too only came out because you have a bunch of thirsty dudes and stuff that are handling themselves a certain way. And then some people took advantage of it and tried to capitalize and offer money. But to be real with you, bro, like Me Too ain't affected me at all. I wouldn't even know that it existed.
Right. It hasn't had any bearings on me either. It's been my
it ain't been the Me Too movement with me, bro. It's been the Please Me movement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I ain't saying I get all of them, but the ones that like me and I mess with, they don't be Me Tooing me. They be Please Me and me.
But you just said a key thing. It's the ones that like you.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I think a lot of guys, they're going after women that don't like them at all. So they're trying to run this hard rap, trying to run this hard game, and the woman's not even into you. Or your game is not strong enough to the woman who are not into you to get on your team. So they're running into that problem. And you get a woman that likes you, good. It's a done deal.
Yeah.
It's a done deal.
It's different when you're talking to a woman, she lives 2 hours away, and she has no problem coming to see you because of how she sees your value. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or women who hit you up with plans to hang out. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different energy in it.
It's a different energy. It's like, and I'm not gonna lie, there are sometimes with certain girls who they're like medium interest and I can warm them up, but for the most part, it's like if you're handling yourself and doing what you're doing and you know how to properly, create lead generation to bring the type of woman you want consistently around, you're not going to be settling for bullshit. You know what I mean? You're just not. And I just think a lot of guys, especially if it comes from someone that they know that this is new information, they don't really believe that it's possible. But if you think about it, it's hella possible with the internet.
The internet has become the great equalizer.
It has.
It's become the great equalizer. If people I'm trying to say this without saying it. How can I say it? So with the internet, you can text on Tuesday, Friday, get please, Sunday, not even text back.
Yeah. It
has made everything equal, but most guys have not taken advantage of using the internet. It is so easy.
If you're able to look at someone's social media, you can get the cheat sheet on what you need to talk about. You know what I mean? If you look at someone's social media and you say, okay, there's a bunch of posts about fitness or there's a bunch of posts about cooking, then you could just talk about fitness and cooking the whole damn time because that's all you see. You know what I'm saying? If she's posting that all the time, then all you got to do is talk about that. And that's why it's good to be well versed in a lot of different things, so you can always make a conversation and know how to ask the right questions. It's really that. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying, you had a source for stuff. If you had the social media, you could see everything she's talking about.
Right. Let me do something. Keep talking. I see something. So I think that's what makes it a great. That's what makes it the great equalizer is when the internet has made it so easy. It's like game on steroids.
Yes. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. So it's like game on steroids. And I think a lot of guys do not realize how powerful it is to use the internet. So you have any more questions right quick? This is a good time to ask questions. Good time to ask questions right now. There we go. Good time to ask. If you have any more questions, I'm not going to stay here that long because I need to get this down and we need to get that video up tomorrow, up in the morning. Don't be a placeholder for a woman, or don't be a placeholder in anybody's life. So any more questions before we get the coming off of here?
Back. Wow. All right, I'm back.
Yeah. So yeah, man, what else is going on? Like I said, I didn't have really nothing set for today, and that threw me off. I was at work today and we were talking about the election, and that's during my time when I can download a good subject matter to talk about and get information. Anything else going on with you? And then you want to wrap about?
Man, I think, shoot, if I had to bring up anything, I think it's just being patient with consistency. Because if you're consistent for a long time at something or with yourself, there's like a certain threshold you hit where you finally put in enough work and the actualization happens. And I think a lot of people don't have a real concept of how long that can take and how it works, because they're not around a lot of people that have won like that and have done that. So I think when you decide that you want to really change your life, you need to give yourself like 5 years of foundation. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people try to get results too quick with whatever they're doing. They don't have the right mindset. They want it now, and they try to make the results too quick. So what happens is that it doesn't happen because they're unrealistic, and then they get discouraged. Whereas if I think people had a more realistic approach of, hey, if you want to make a change, it's going to take 3 to 5 years, and then you work faster than that. You know what I mean? It's different. And I think a lot of people, they psych themselves out with what it takes. But once you hit that, because I'm just starting to manifest now a lot of things I've been going through the last 4 years. And it's funny, it'll just hit a switch. You'll just notice that stuff just starts clicking just organically. And it's because you put so much time and experience in that all of a sudden, like, you just get rewarded. The universe goes, all right, you put in enough time. Let me throw you some bones now. So I'm going through that phase in my life right now during the pandemic too, which is crazy because you would think, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, I'm at the point now too, and then it helps me. I'm real. It helps me with the women because they don't come across a lot of guys that they can tell have like really worked on themselves and developed themselves, put in the time. So especially if she's a put together woman and she sees that, and if she's older too, because I'm dating a woman right now who's like 41, 42, but it's better than 20-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and she said thank you when she met me because she can't find nobody her age. I'm still not her age. I'm 33. But I'm the closest thing she's found that she's liked, because she's like, she's still going at 41, 42, looking 20-something. She's like, all the guys my age gave up.
Ain't that interesting?
Right. So, you know, And I don't mind her being hypergamous because in her case, she should be. She's 42 with a perfect body.
Yeah.
And has a 20-year-old something kid that's in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's handling her business.
Right.
So she has the right to be a little hypergamous.
Yeah, she does. And Alina, can you check your Facebook, please? So yeah. So look at this question.
I'll let you take that one because I'm not one of personal experience. I've heard people talk about this, but
okay, so SB, let me say this. Polyamorous. I never did that. So that's the biggest truth I can give you. I never brought a woman into being polyamorous. So what I'm going to give you is just information that I know. First of all, it always starts with you. It's going to always start with you when you're going to bring a woman into to a polyamorous relationship. She must understand the dynamics, and the dynamics must be explained to her. Thank you. Thank you. She must understand the dynamics of what she's getting into, whether the polyamorous relationship is going to be you and two women. Is it going to be a closed polyamorous? Is it going to be it's called a triad, or it's going to be an open triad? So that must be explained to all parties. So if you're going to bring a woman into that, you need to explain that. But you got to understand this. It's not all. See, a lot of guys get off. It's about this. I'm gonna get so much sex with two women. No, 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 no. You're dealing with two different personalities. You're dealing with two different love languages, two different needs, and you got to make sure that they get along with each other. And a lot of times guys say, well, I just want to, because I want to show off that I got all these women. It's ego driven. You got to understand that these women don't get along. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to reap hell. You think one woman, try two of them, and they're all against you. Next thing you do, you have to be able to manage these women. So it's almost like managing a herd of cats. Can you manage one woman, let alone two women? What is your skill set in that? So to bring a woman into polyamorous, you got to be completely honest with her. That's what most guys do not do. They're not honest and upfront. This is what I want to do. What do you think? Are you ready to listen to her answer and say, you know what? I think I am. How do we walk through this? You need to get around a group of people who already are in polyamorous relationship so you can understand the dynamics and how it works. Most people don't do that, and they do this half crap thing because all they're thinking about is sex. And it's bigger than just sex.
Man, I don't think a lot of cats understand that, man. I don't know. I think it's different for every person what they have to do to come to that realization. But I got it pretty young. But I mean, the risk that guys take over a stitch of pussy, I just don't understand. It's not that serious. Like I see it on the same level as having a great steak. That's just kind of me where I'm at right now. But I mean, what about like the dynamic of the relationship as far as hanging with the woman? Like, you need to have just as much fun doing that as the actual sex, in my opinion. Because that's gonna set up the sex. And like, I mean, I was on a trip this weekend. Like, I didn't try to engage sex one time, and we had a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's but the reason why was because I took care of everything outside of that.
Repeat that back because that went over my. Say that again.
I took care of everything outside of that. Mm-hmm. Like, I came over to her spot. I made her some little non-alcoholic and alcoholic cocktails that she never had before. So I'm showing her that. She loves my time. I mean, the physical stuff is good. And then I I thought of things for us to do while I was in her city. So I'm taking leadership and going, hey, we could do this. Let's do this. Let's go there. I'm still, even though I'm in that city that's not mine, we randomly stayed at a hotel, at a resort hotel, off of my thinking, just off of, hey, let's do this. It's only $100 a night, so we split it. It'll be hella cheap. Like, I just thought of a spontaneous experience, and it had nothing to do about sex. It was about fun, mind stimulation, getting to know each other, whatever. And a lot of women aren't used to that. And also, too, when she gave input, I didn't get insecure. I listened.
So this is the thing. I don't know if you had sex or not, but if you do, guess what she's going to remember? Everything you did to lead up to that act.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Yeah, that's the key. And I think a lot of guys don't get that. It's like, I actually focus on that side now, because my thing is that if you're handling that side of the business, the sex should come easy. So after a while. So if it's not, then there's a problem. Because if you're handling everything outside of that and you're charming her, a woman's going to want to do that, because she's not getting that experience from a lot of men. She's not going to get experiences with a lot of men that she's going to be truly into a lot in her life. Because probably they say at most a woman gets 3 in her lifetime.
Wow. Ain't that serious, man? That's danger.
If that though, too. Like 3 max.
That's why I think guys miss it. The way to crack a woman, the way to open a woman up is by having those experiences. She has had up, down, roller coaster experiences, all encapsulated within you. So when she takes the pill of you, it automatically goes all through her body, and sees is turned on.
Right.
But you hit all the emotional cylinders inside of her. And I think that's what most guys miss it.
Sex happens after connection. So if a woman is deeply connected to you and she's attracted to you, she's going to want to be intimate with you. So instead of focusing on the sex, you should focus on the connection, because the connection will bring that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because all guys are thirsty, so they're not trying to connect with the woman. They're just trying to get into the pants as soon as possible, and they're objectifying her the whole way through. They're not listening to what she likes to do, what she's talking about. They're not observing her body language and all that. They're just in their heads thinking about what they want and thinking about themselves and their dick. So that's a key difference right there that a lot of guys don't get. Is go for the connection.
Right, definitely. Hey, let me bring some up right quick. It's sort of off topic, but I got to say this. I got to clear. This channel is for men. This ain't about no clown stuff. I'm not about no bull crap. This is strictly for men. We have women who come through, and they're very respectable. I don't have time for games. If you want to play games, I don't do trolls. I don't do any of that. This is not the place. This is for real men. This is where men actually have good conversation. There's no yelling. There's no screaming, because that's not who I am. I have all that trolling. Anybody that want to troll, want to say things and feeling not getting their shine, guess what? This is not the place for it. And I'm so respectable to everyone in YouTube. I don't expect that over in my area. This is not a clown show. I've been doing this for over 10 years. So please, if you're going to come on here, be respectable, be a gentleman, because this is what I offer. This is my presentation. You're not going to mess up my brand, and I will not allow it. I don't dip down into anybody's crap. This is my brand, and I expect excellence out of me and everyone that comes out of here. So anybody want to come in the chat room talking crazy and things like that, this is not the place. What's going on? Okay.
Hey.
So this if you want all that drama and stuff like that, I don't do the drama. I don't do none of that drama stuff. This is not a. I don't do that. Trav know me personally. I met Trav in real life. This is not a YouTube thing. I know this. I this man. I know this man. We spend 8 hours in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
More than 8 hours. We were 20, about 16 hours.
Yeah.
So this right here, please understand. This is I'm not on that kind of stuff. So please, if you're in the chat room or anywhere else, this is not that kind of channel. There's tons of channels that will feed that kind of stuff. There's tons of them. I can even give you some names, but I'm not going to name them tonight. So please, 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 please. Shay, yeah, you definitely welcome to come up on the channel. I give the link. You'll be good to talk to you. But this
is get a woman on it. That'd be dope.
Yeah, come on up right quick. Here's the link right here. But this is for grown men. Anything else?
Another thing too, because we might have our things with female nature and being all that, but when women come on, like, we don't need to attack them and be disrespectful, because at the end of the day, like, I want solutions to everything. I don't pose these things because I just want there to be problems and be drama. We're solution based.
Right. And that's funny you say that. This is a solution based channel. Solution. I got a video 6 months ago talking about that solution. It's a solution minded man. This is not about anything else. Who like who don't like this, who look like that. I'm not on that who shot John stuff. That's my mother's call it. Who shot John stuff. Anything. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm getting to the point too. Like, I read a meme and I'm really trying to embody this, but it was like, holding your composure when you're being disrespected is a superpower. So that's kind of me. Like, I mean, I could shoot and go toe for toe with someone verbally if I need to, whatever. But I'm kind of at the point. I'm like, man, someone disrespecting me is like, hey, man, God bless, bro. I don't know what you're going through. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you, Shani. Yeah, first time listening to LDA. I listened to Alfie and I heard Trap Talk before.
Hey.
What's going on, Ted? What's going on, bro?
What it do?
What's going on? But I have to say that because sometimes you gotta sweep around. You gotta sweep some things around to let people know where this stands at. If you want all that extra stuff, this is not the place. I promise you. You do not want to meet this other side of me, because I'm really calm and cool, and that's the person you need to be scared of. Is the guy that just don't say nothing and laid back.
Right.
So let's get back. We got a little bit. Got a little time. So I'm actually emotionally sort of drained. I need to get myself together. Anybody else have any more questions? Shay, you gonna come up or what? And you're right, Annalena. Anytime you came up, we never disrespected you. You didn't hear me disrespect no woman on this channel.
No woman. Dudes be all angry talking to women. Like, they be like on there and they be like, they be getting all mad and saying all stuff. You can tell those are the dudes that are frustrated, dude, bro. Like, that's why you acting all mean to the girls, because you taking out your anger with them on the panelists.
Right. That's the thing. And you know what? At the end of the day, these guys can be so angry and upset at women. At the end of the day, you still want to have sex with them.
Yeah.
Why are you mad? You want to have sex with them. Don't understand it. So I just want to, what's up, Ted Cool? Yeah, what's up? Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Man, because I really don't want to go on, but I had to definitely say something to that, because if I don't address it, it's going to continue to go on. That's not my vibe here. And if you have an issue, we can always talk about it. Always talk about it. I live that. I don't just say that. I live that. And is that true, Trav?
That's very true.
No. So it ain't something that I'm just, we can talk about it. No, I actually go behind the scenes and we can talk. I say I appreciate the content and listening. All right. Good thing.
Now, here's the thing, right? There's another thing I'm kind of realizing too. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna be transparent. Um, there was a girl not too long ago, recently, who I was contemplating a relationship with, and we never had sex.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason was because, bruh, at this point in my life, like, I've had enough sex to know what sex is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much. But with that said, I've had a lot of good sex, but I haven't had a lot of good full experiences with women where we were in love, had great sex. Like, it was all the above. It might have just been parts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, that was the first time in my life where if we would have got together without having sex first, I would have probably been fine, because I was like, well, I could get her enough to my speed, but I don't really. It was someone I found in a long time that I mentally connected with,
Mm.
and I don't find that much. I find the sex part, but I don't find the full soul connection part.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, even if her sex was whack, I wouldn't have cared, which I don't think it would be. But I was like, because we connected so deep. You know what I mean?
What's up, boy? The boy, rude boy. Rude boy is right there. You see him? King, what's up, boy?
King, what it do, bro? Been a minute, been a minute. I know you're a Grizzy.
Yeah, guy been invisible.
Mo two. Nah, he just handling his business though.
I know.
You know what it is.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's been times where you have that connection and it's so deep that sex will only even just take it to another level if you were to engage in it. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of times we haven't. A lot of times, how can I say this? Wow, you made me want to step into this arena. So what we don't realize, we have tribes out there. People who are tribally, who are us and we connect with. And what happens is when you run into one of them, it takes everything up to the next level. So could have been that this woman was part of your tribe?
Yeah.
And then if you would engage in the act of sex, what would have happened was it would have opened up even more.
Yeah. And that's the best kind, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
And like, to be real with you, like, don't get me wrong, like, you can have great sex outside of a relationship and all that, because I've done that too. But yeah, the best experience I had was when I was in love, and it was great too. Not going.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I have. I give an example, and let's see. She's married now, so I can say it. And we drove down to meet each other. We met somewhere. We met in New Jersey at a conference, and then we ended up connecting, and we went out of town. So I met her. We met halfway between our two homes. We lived in two different states, so we met in between. Case may be, we pretty long hair. We connected, so it came time for the get down with the get down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this chick did, but it wasn't so much the act, but it was the connection within the act of sex that was completely different. I said, okay, this might be me. You know what I mean? This might be me. Something might be going on with me. But
Yeah.
I realized, I said, let me try it out the second time. So the second time we met somewhere else, and I kid you not, and I hate to be so graphic, I don't want to take my channel down. Let me say it in a way so it's not so graphic.
Mm-hmm.
The water bottle squirted, excuse me, into her hair. I said, what in the, I said, what did you do to me? She said, I don't know. Then we were supposed to check out. We laid there like in our own world after the act. And what I said before, in the act, she didn't take anything from me. She was giving to me within the act of sex. So she didn't take anything from me in the act of sex. She was in the place of she was giving to me. So a lot of times when people have sex, it's all about, well, I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna get mine. But what she did was she reverse engineered it, and she was giving while she was having sex. So it caused me to give while I was giving sex. So it was like a constant cycle of giving. So I said, after that, I got my car. I kid you not, for the next couple of days, I had no desire to have sex.
Yeah.
I said, what did this woman do to me? And I realized I connected to somebody that I should have really connected with.
Mm-hmm.
And on another level. And
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people don't get. Well, like I said, you're gonna get you better stop it.
They never even had it, bro. Like I don't know. Like it's one thing when it's empty sex and empty because I've had empty sex. I've had sex like where I took down a beautiful woman and after that regretted it because it felt empty. I was like, I thought there was something wrong with me, but I was like, well, no. At this point, I don't have the same problems I have with women. I'm still feeling this way, so it just must mean I have a deeper thought process now as far as what I'm going after. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro. Like when you share the physical connection with someone you care, like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I got the rep, but there was a bliss to being blue pill. Like, bro, like I was happily in love. I didn't want it to end, but I had to let it end because I was like, I can't be disrespected. But I loved when I was in love. I thought it was real. I was a puppy dog in that shit. And we didn't really have problems. It was just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, you have to be realistic. You know what I mean? But I mean, in that we had a great connection, and I've been noticing that I've been able to tap the water bottle, if you get what I'm saying, more consistently now. But the reason why I think the way it is because I'm more in touch with my spiritual now. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. See, there's the physical side, since we didn't talk about sex. There's the physical side, but there's also the emotional and spiritual side. So a lot of times guys only have the physical side of sex. And guess what? Guess what happened? That's all they're going to experience. But when you tap into the spiritual and emotional side and you begin to open a woman up emotionally and spiritually, there's a time when a woman can have sex and begin to cry because you have cracked open her emotions,
Right.
things that she has trapped up. So one of the things I shouldn't be sharing, this should be behind a paywall. But when you grab a woman's throat, you're grabbing the part of her right here that's been closed up. It's a chakra right here. And what I do is in the midst of the act, I tell it to open up. I want you to hear, I want to hear you say you like this. What happened is you're getting her express those things that she has trapped up inside of her out. And let me just see what King said. There are women you should appropriate with because genetically you are 100% compatible and would make the best combination for offspring. That is very true. Very true.
I'm not up front. Like I was, and I could be very critical of the women, but I don't know why. But lately, the women I've been encountering have been way more in pocket.
Why?
I mean, a part of it is me too. You know what I'm saying? But and I knew you're getting into. But honestly, I think I just finally ran across some cool ones. To be real with you, like I mean, they are out there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so far, you know what I mean. But I've noticed these women have a little more going for them. And some of the women that goes to me were women that had less going for them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I think a part of that was intimidation with some of those. Because I'm like, why would these have more to offer and be more cooperative?
Right.
And be around for the longer haul. You know what I'm saying? So
I think once the man begins to evolve and to begin to change mentally and spiritually, he'll begin to attract a different caliber of woman.
Here's another thing though, too, and I just thought about this. If the woman wants to leave, why is that a bad thing if you play it right? because I think what men have to realize is that like women don't really. Some women are needy, but most women aren't really needy like that. Like they don't need to talk on the phone like that. Like they don't need the man around them like that. But they want to come around when they wonder about you. That's the key. It's like you have to give them time to wonder about you. So it's like, and then once you do that, you just have to let them come into your orbit when they want you, like cats. I've noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't poke, because it's kind of like they back up. But it's kind of like if you don't trip, you just kind of like, all right, let them do your thing and all that, and allow them to come in and out. It's like they'll come back. You know what I mean?
It's called creating space. It's
Yeah.
it's a universal principle. It's that if you wipe off a table within a few hours or so, there will be dust. So what happened is the universe, or how the universe law goes, is if you create a void, it needs to be filled. You ever notice if you have a table, somehow all your bills end up going on there, this going there, a cup, because it, the universe hates a void. So what happened is a lot of times guys have not created a void because they constantly what in the woman's space, or they constantly, hey, how you doing? What you doing? What, they haven't created a space for her to miss you for one thing, but they haven't created a space for her to wonder. If she can wonder about you, it's over. I think, let me see what King said. Let me see. It seems like girls who have their lives together are most likely the traditional women who don't work in the home, who did work in the home. So career women are the close to that character. Okay. Let me see what Annalena said. Most men will stay until they get for real kicked out. Have you noticed that? Depends on the man.
Yeah. I can see what she's saying though.
Yeah.
I try not to speak on other men, to be honest with you, too much, because to be honest with you, I just don't act like them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things I hear, like it's not what I would do. You know what I'm saying? But I was always considered the different one growing up, and I still am. So,
Yeah.
but
yeah, you got to create that void though. A lot of times guys don't create that void. Music, we talked about it before. In there must be note, space, then the next note. You got to give a place for a gap to be in there. And what's going to fill it is it's whatever that's within that person's mind. So a lot of times we got to create that space. I'm talking to myself right. I got to do some space and tomorrow with some person to create that space so she can miss you, so she can think, what is he doing? I haven't seen him. But if you constantly there, guess what's going to happen? She has nothing to wonder about. You got to create wonderment for the woman.
yeah, and it's the because we say be on your purpose, but I think it's a general way of saying it. Let me describe what I think the feeling of being on your purpose is and how it'll create the mystery. I don't try to do this on accident, but I noticed lately, like, I won't be in contact as much. I might not text right away, but it's not because of game. It's because, like, I'm trying to get this coding done. I'm trying to get this workout done. I got to get, I got other things I'm doing, and I get so wrapped into it because that's what comes first. That, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The reward is later after I'm done working. Like if I'm talking to the woman I'm talking to, that's off work hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has to have my full attention, but most of my attention is going to my life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. King.
And the reason why is because when you put more attention into your life, you get more attention from the woman. When you put more attention to the woman, you don't get more attention from your life.
I'm going to do the video. I'm going to do a video on that because what you just said, women don't want to be first.
Yeah.
Because if you make her first, what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen? She's going to run away from you because now you become needy. So you're looking for her to be your emotional blanket, like Linus from Charlie Brown. And a lot of guys are like they're like Linus. Honey, come here. How you doing? They need the woman to make them feel good.
They want to complain about not being first, but they don't want to be first. If that makes sense.
They don't want to be first. They don't want to be first.
They want to complain because once they get first, they're going to realize, oh, this is not what they want.
Mm-hmm. They don't
That's why you're smart enough to know.
Don't believe it.
Don't believe it.
Yeah, the most guys they miss that. You must fulfill. You must have fulfillment in your life that doesn't involve your. Thank you so much.
Because that's what that term familiarity breeds contempt is in action.
Mm-hmm.
If you're too much around, too many good morning texts randomly for no damn reason, you know what I'm saying? Just getting annoying. Like that's gonna bring contempt. You're gonna get tired.
Mm-hmm. Because you're too predictable. Let me see what Annalena said. For example, I didn't make my ex leave, and he would have run out of time for a longest possible, or could it just be a sociopath? Okay, so sociopath. Okay.
You just didn't want to move on. Probably.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was stuck, and he says, "Good thing that he wasn't the one, and I had options. What to sustain myself? Do you see what she just said? I had options to sustain myself. You better see what a woman just wrote. I was young and dumb. Yeah. Okay, we can call it young and dumb. This is true. I see. I don't see.
Oh, another thing too. So, the woman I'm talking to, she has a daughter that's in her 20s. And her daughter, I guess they haven't really been talking like that. So I asked her, well, what's up? Her daughter is, I guess, doing well and has a job and stuff. But she still got with the older man because the older man is taking care of her. So she's making her money and has her own money. But she still got the other guy she's dealing with because he wants to take care of her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to let the men know that are listening, like women are for women first. Just believe that. Even if you're in the picture, it's because you're doing something for them first.
What did Mike Tyson say? Remember Mike Tyson said? He said the mother look out for your survival, what the woman in your life was looking out for her survival.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm not gonna lie, that is a true thing. And when I first came to that realization, it hurt because I was just like, I mean, I came to that realization with my ex. I mean, I really did love her unconditionally, bro. Like I was doing that. She didn't. You know what I'm saying? And when I realized that and saw the behavior change, I was like, okay, I gotta get out. We gotta split ways.
Yeah.
But I just saw, I was like, bruh, she saw it like it didn't matter. I was strong and she saw me as a certain way for 6 or 7 years. The moment she saw me weak and I wasn't the top dog anymore, it totally changed.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
So that's why I say too, when I'm around women, I'm always taking care of business. Because I know with men, we'll, you know what I'm saying? What do you call it? Oh, he said the narrative of being a Prince Charming is accepted because as a man, your main role is to provide and protect. Something a woman needs. The emotional attachments come as a result of you being a man. Yeah.
That's it, King.
Bruh, a lot of men would love it to take care of a woman and be the Prince Charming. The problem is that a lot of women take advantage of that and men don't know that.
Very true.
And that's a problem because, like, you know what I mean? Because I think a lot of men would happily be in blue pill relationships if they could, but it's just the way things are. I'm not saying be dominant, but there's always a way to take care of yourself, and that's a lot.
I'm in the component that a man needs to be dominant. We have too many weak men now.
Why
So
wouldn't you want a dominant man though? You know what I'm saying? Like, and dominant doesn't mean dictator.
thank you.
I think that's the thing. Like, I mean, I felt like I was being very dominant, you know, with my chick this weekend. She said I was, but I was listening to everything she said. Like, it wasn't like she was shut out. It's just I make the final decision. And I also told her this too. And this was a good thing I told her up front. I said, I'm going to run the show. Now, I'm not always going to be right. But just because I'm 95% right instead of 100% right, don't fucking use that 5% of wrong to get out of pocket and neglect the 95% I did right. I'm going to tell you that up front. Do you know how she looked at me when I told her that? Because she was like, and I'm almost 10 years younger than her telling her that. She just had to accept it. She's like, you're too right. You know what I'm saying?
But guess what? This is the thing. I really need to get this course out. It was a little. She will respect you so much more and be wetter much more than anything else.
Yeah. I just told her up front. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to run the show. But I told her, I was like, because, you know, I've told her about my life and the things I've done. And I told her, I was like, I've been dominant in my own life. Has it worked out for me? And she was like, yeah. I was like, do you like what we do every time we kick it? Yeah. I was like, so shouldn't I run the show since everything I do is tight? She was like, yes. That's it.
I think what happens is I think a lot of times women have been thrusted in this thing they wanted to call independence. I want to do my own thing. I just talked about this at work today. But reality of it is a lot of women want to take the shoes off and for a man to take charge and to lead in all the directives. They're
Yeah.
tired of playing the role that they were never designed for. I don't care if it's culturally, whatever the case may be. Women at the end of the day would love for a man to lead them. They want that. They
Yeah.
want that. They want that.
So I'm saying I do want a dominant man, but always have a way to take care of yourself until the next chapter things do not work out. Yeah, facts. And King said the Prince Charming is the emotional crutch kind man, making their life together about making them feel good, neglecting what you're supposed to do, which is leading. Extreme fact. That's a great point.
Very true. Very true. You can't get yourself out of the position that you are the leader of what you're doing.
Just because a woman wants a dominant man doesn't mean she has to be just chilling at her parents' house. Oh, that's fact.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who
A
wants that?
dominant man is not stopping a woman's life. That's what I think people need to get. Like, I'm not trying to stop no woman's life. Now, there's going to be compromises, obviously, but I'm not trying to just stop someone and just control a woman. It's just I run the show. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily trying to be a dictator, but I have the say. I have the last word. But I mean, I've earned that right, and I think that's a thing too. Men need to lead, but not a lot of men are deserving of the right to lead because they're not putting in the work.
Thank you. Thank you. How can you lead a woman when you don't even know where you're going? You're just a parked car going nowhere. That's a problem. A lot of guys don't have the thing. So it's lead a strong woman. We love that. I've always debated about it when a woman says she's strong. Is she strong in her masculinity, or is she strong in her femininity? Always question that. Always. All of this stems back to us learning to be us now that society is no longer holding our hands. Women see society holding their hands as oppressive, patriarch, and men see it's holding their hand. Okay, I see what you're getting at. But yeah, it is a whole thing going on with that. Keep them beta. Yep. It's just us now. No more institutions. Correct. Let's see. We got strong women, stronger men. Strong in her femininity, so he can be stronger in his masculinity. That's it. Has to be an opposite.
Yeah, she needs to be a strong feminine woman.
Right. Right. That's a right. A dominant woman would that's king. Please, please, please. A dominant man would uplift a
He
woman's spirit.
does. Dude. And so we should define that. Let's define a dominant man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is what, to me, what a dominant man is a man that has dominated himself. He knows his purpose. He's consistent. He's diligent. He's a leader. He's a protector. He's empathetic. You know what I mean? I mean, he's a put together man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And domination is not like Donald Trump or something like that. Domination needs to be done because you're just so damn thorough. You know what I mean? And then when a man is masculine and dominant, a woman can fall back and let him run the show. We don't get that luxury to just sit back and let him run the show. We always got to put in work. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to choke anyone to be dominant, right? Yeah,
exactly. You don't have you. This be very clear. You don't have to, but when it comes to the right time, there's time that somebody's gonna get choked.
Right.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get choked.
And that's the thing. It's like, and a man is so dominant, all he wants is just some. Usually, a lot of times with men, we just want some support. We just want appreciation. It's like we're not asking for resources and shit like that. A lot of time, all we want is appreciation. Think about that.
That's all we want. Can you appreciate me? And can you respect me?
Yeah, and can you respect me? And I'm a ride the wheels fall off. Like, I was proud to do that when I was in my relationship. But yeah, at the moment you feel like you're doing everything and you're being neglected, especially if your partner's not doing as well as you, yeah, that's when things go sour.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone was coming up into this 2-hour mark, and I don't want to go that much longer. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, the dominance. Come on, man. I think that you gave some great attributes. It's definitely something that starts within. I'm always going to go to that because that's where I've been taught at. It always to start with a man's attitude and how he feels about himself. And like you said, one key thing when he dominates himself, because it exudes off of you when a woman comes to your presence. She knows, like, you know what? I better not play with him.
This is probably a whole show. Is what is a dominant man? Because to be honest with you, if we define that, you know, I don't think we say that a lot, but I don't think anyone's really defined that. So we know what the criteria is of a man that's worthy of having a bad woman submit to him. You know?
Very true. Very true.
How do you know if you're submit worthy as a man? Where are you at? You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, because every man I want a woman who wants to submit to me. Then they throw the Bible scripture. I'm like, oh, here we go. Then I say, come on. That's not it. Are you in position where she can submit to you? That's a good question. Most guys will say yes, but out of their ego, when you look at their fact sheet, their Kelly Blue Book, guess what they have?
Yeah, they don't have submit factors. Yeah,
they don't have submit factors. There are lemons. I would say they're down lemons, but no, anyway, scratch. They're lemons. They're not even on the chart. So that's the thing. You want a woman to submit to you, but what are you submitting to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't want to go any much for longer. Any more questions before we go? Because I am starving and thirsty all at the same time, and I don't want to eat that late. But I've got some nachos in there.
Oh shit!
Some nachos. Real talk, right?
I'm 10 over here. I'm just tired because I'll be getting up hella early to go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm tired. I automatically pop up at a certain time. I pop up at So definitely, if a man wakes me up when he hears a no,
Oh, I was scared. Yeah, I remember one of my roommates, we were lighting a fire in our fireplace, and the flame, like, we put the light to the gas flame, and then it would, and like, I didn't really move. I mean, it poofed out, but it wasn't really a big deal. But my roommate, like, fell back, like, he went, "Ah!" And there was like women there, and like I saw their reactions. Like, women hate when they think a man's a pussy. Like, I've noticed that. Like, when men they see a man and he's acting like a bitch, I notice women be like, because they're just like, bro, like, you shouldn't even have that dick then. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, definitely hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal. You enjoyed this time. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Because I'm hungry and tired and all at the same time. But we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. So maybe next time I'm gonna have a better subject matter.
No, what is a dominant man?
Yeah, what is a dominant man? Definitely. I'll put that in for next
I
Tuesday.
think that one's perfect. We need to define what real dominance is.
Right. And I was about to say something. Hey, that's off the chat room. It's been real talk. It's been real talk. Thank you, Ada and LDA, Trav, and Elaine.
Hey, Penny, Adelina, Kang, everybody been up in there.
Yeah, I hit that Cash App. Appreciate that. Blessings, LDA, Trav, everyone. Chat room. Good to see you, King, man. I know you're doing your thing. Much respect to you, man. Much
respect. We never even doubted it. We already knew he was just
Yeah.
It's all up. That's a
Definitely.
good reason not to be around because you're handling your stuff. A good reason.
Shay. Ooh, okay, Shay, since you're new here, let me give you this. See if I can tap in right quick before it's time to go. Shay, Shay, are you trying to get a new car? Shay, answer me. Are you trying to get a new car?
Oh, too King.
I got a question. How can you know if you know what you are? You are with one, but know that.
How can you know if you know that you are with a woman who can feel their energy, but know the connection, but know that, okay, so like you guys are cool, you feel like there's a connection, but you're not where you need to be in life? That's kind of what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Could you rephrase that, Ted? Because it's a lot of no's.
Let me answer it, and then he can retype it if that's not right. But I kind of take it as he's saying like they would fuck with each other, especially if he was where he really needed to be at in life. He's just not there yet. The one thing though is women read potential.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the connection, but you're not all the way there yet, but by how she reads you, she sees you have the potential to be there, and it's very possible, then that'll save you. Because women go off potential a lot.
Very true. Shay, if you're listening, are you looking for a new car? Put that in the chat room. So I'm trying to understand. So Ted is saying that they got a connection, right? That's what he's saying. But how does he know that she knows? Too many no's for me.
Yeah, there's kind of some hypothetical to it, but
there we go. You can feel the connection, but my job still needs to work and improve.
Yeah, you say what I said.
Yeah,
they got to read your potential.
Right.
If you're not where you need to be, but they see that you're taking steps or you're not too far from where you need to be, and that it's very possible, they'll rock.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That work thing, that doesn't get her pussy wet. That is, it kind of does, depending, but that ain't really it. They want you to have that together if you get them tingled. But look how many times women mess with guys that don't have their job together.
But I'm telling you, you better get a job around here.
They don't got that job together, but they can get that girl's pussy together. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's other factors to play in it. Shay, we are waiting on you so we can go. As they said, don't be scared.
Oh, she's actually gonna come up.
I'm waiting her to answer the question. Does she need a new car? If not, we're gonna cut it. Gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like that. Man, you know what I've been listening to, man? I've been listening to some music. I can't play it on because I want to flag me. Tipping on
3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, tipping on what is Slim Thug, Pow Wow, and Mike Jones.
Oh, I know you saw this. Yeah, the old school song back there. Yeah, you're talking about.
Man, I was listening to that. I was like, man, what the heck? I was like, I was here. I was
Better back then, man.
Huh?
It was better back then. I don't like the new rap.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. My job as a
Still
man.
different.
Right. That's correct. That is your job. One of you two have something going on with your family.
Mm-hmm.
Still tipping. Yeah, still tipping. Right.
Still tipping.
Yeah, man. That thing is. Shaden, Shay, you gonna disappear? Tipping on 4-4s, right?
Tipping on 4-4s.
Man, I was listening to that. Man, I was like, wait, I'm back in Atlanta. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's my old
Man, I was in my car.
Did you call Mike Jones too?
Mike Jones.
281-844, whatever.
Yeah, man. I listened to that for this weekend. Man.
Yeah. Hey, King looks still tipping in that picture, bro. Look at that. Yeah, he's still tipping in that pic.
Man, Shay, where are you?
One person has a bathroom thing. What does that mean?
Okay. Y'all trying to open up the mystery school around here. I had a car when I was in Louisiana. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, one of the cars. Oh man, I wish we can play it, man, but they won't. They'll flag it.
In Louisiana. Yeah, I remember living in Alabama for a minute. That was pretty cool.
You lived in Alabama for a minute? 3 folks. What my part was? I'm Pow Wow. I'm the people's champ. Something. I like that. I wish I can play it. You know what? I'm a risk it. I play the instrumental. If I can find it. Man, that right there, man, I love it. All right, y'all ready? Hold on, we gotta wait till the commercial go. We gonna play. We hope we don't get flagged. Oh, yeah, come on. All right, come on. Uh-oh. All right. That's enough. They
yeah. Going in, bro.
Right. They'll know nothing about that, boy. Look at the king, man. I might have to back. 3-1-3, 4-4-2. Mike Jones in it. Everybody know what it is, man. They don't know nothing about that. Tipping on 4-4. The people champ.
I will go ahead and get off.
All right, man. Thanks for coming up.
Now we'll do this again, bro. You know, we always got a good connect. Thanks for inviting me on.
Always, man. I'm gonna get my cameras together. So, I got to get my KS. You know how Kevin Wismacaller be doing it. Gonna look over here, one there. I gotta.
You gotta get your angles.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Trev, for coming up. Yo, man. Yeah, they don't want to play that age. My family is trying to get a new house and making sure my health is intact. Okay. I was looking for Shay. Something about a new car. I don't know where she's at. Shay, you got something about a new car. But since he didn't say, oh, what's my call it? I remember 50 Cent remixed it. Wow. I didn't know that, man. That's my cut. I've been listening to this week. So, Shay, where are you? I guess you stepped up, but I definitely seen something about a new car. A new car doesn't mean little car sometimes. It could be a new way or you need to get to where you need to go. But I'm gonna turn it off tonight. I was about to turn it on. We was about to turn it on, but I'm gonna turn it off. I don't want to begin to tap into that. She was here all that time. She was here all that time. That's my cut though, man. I can't even. But we're about to end it. You guys have a next one. We'll be back next Tuesday. I got a question before we leave. Would you want to see another day for me to go live, another night? Is Tuesdays good or Tuesdays and another night? Answer that in the chat room right quick. So I know it's a delay. So it would another night. The weekend. Okay. The weekend. Okay. Both. Okay. So a Tuesday and a weekend. Okay. Yeah, another day that will work for you. I appreciate that. Okay. I just want to get a gauge what you guys would think about that. Another thing I want to make sure I ask. Let me do this. Okay, done. Oh boy, I didn't jump out of that one. So okay, you can only do nights. Okay, I wouldn't mind another night, but I want you to do what you can for your thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, okay. Tuesdays and the weekend, you are on the weekends are sometimes hard because I do live. Most people don't realize I do live. I have a life. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I'm out and about. I'm just not on YouTube. I do live a life. So yeah, okay. I see you said I wouldn't mind another night, but I want to make okay. Let's put up this. Okay. That's true. Oh, okay, that's good. Tuesdays and the weekend, you going good. Going to go a Thanksgiving special, the All Stars. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some people up. Okay, good. I just want to get a gauge of what you think. What's a good night? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten it up. So I'm watching who's been a regular on here, and we're gonna get some code words that only we know, and then we're gonna take this to another level. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it'll say you don't count. But what I'm going to do is, so we're going to get some code words that only that we know in our here in this chat room, because we got some great people here, and so I just definitely want to. I see who the regulars are, so I want to give you. So I need to get. I can't get into my chat room, but I want to give Mosman. Let me get right quick. We're gonna do this right quick. Come on, Mr. let's. Okay. So Mose, man, where are you? Let me see if I can find you because I want to. Where did you go? There we go. There you go. I see you all the time, and you came up. So let me see you. Okay. Of course, I'm gonna do always tonight to get some wrenches, and I'm gonna give some more wrenches out. Also, but and so because I seen you come, what I'm looking for is people who are consistent, but you're part of what we're doing here. So I'm going to give some more out coming up because we just don't have tolerance for mess, and I'd rather somebody monitor and knows what I'm talking about and where I stand at, and I don't go for a lot of crap. So I definitely want to do that. I'm gonna see what else I got here. So it's important that I see a picture and then I talk to you. Like blah 898934. I see you all the time, but I need to see a picture. I need to know that you're real. I know you're a real person. I gotta see your face. And Dre, you come through. I see you. Let's see who else we see here. But Dre and blah 89. Hey man, I need to see your face. Or I need to talk to you so I can know who exactly see who you are, because it's to me it's so important because I see what I do is I watch consistency, and so I want to definitely give honor where honor is due. And then when someone doesn't honor the chat room, they're not just dishonoring me, they're dishonoring you. So I just need to see a picture. You can reach out to me on Instagram or whatever. Tell me, hey, this is who I am. Let me know, because the same thing. My name is Lawrence D. Adams on Instagram. I need to know that you are a real person, and you are a real person because you're commenting. But I need to see your face and that things like that. So definitely. Right, Jen, what's going on? Oh, what's up, Fierce Soul? What's going on, man? What's going on? Definitely. So I want to give honor. So I want to say to the guys and young ladies who listen, I appreciate you. People don't understand how much I appreciate you. You think, well, this is a small number of people watching. Sometimes you can get lost in a small number. Okay, please do, because I needed to know that you are just a person. That's all, man. So what happens is I have some way to identify you. So yeah, so that's all it is. Yo, Fierce Soul 85, what's going on? I see you up in the building. So I want to give honor to people who are consistently here, who comment after the video, who have something to say, who can also say, hey, this is going on in the chat room. This is not what LDA is about. So what it is I'm giving you the authority. So it's not just my channel, but it's your channel too. Oh, what's the spiritual number for the night? Thank you. What's the spiritual number for the night? Thank you for asking me. The spiritual number for tonight. Wow. This was coming up. So the number for tonight, this is going to be a good one. 57. I don't know why 50. Let me put in. I'm going to put in the chat room first. 57. 57. 57 is the number. Did I put that in there? Did it go? 57. 57. Why am I saving 57? You want to, so when within the next week from next Tuesday, you need to be looking for 57 showing up somewhere around. You get $57, $57, $57, or just 57 cents that you're going to see, or there's someone's birthday turned 57, something you're going to see 57s around you. Yeah, he did say that. So 57, you peaked. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. So you're going to see 57 somewhere around. So when this ends, remember pick 57 because only we would know what the 57 means. So what I was going to say, so look for 57s to show up around you somewhere. Someone turned 57, 57 cars, whatever, 57 is going to show up. So 57 is the number that we're going to see. So 57. Everyone got the 57? I'm going to put it in the chat room one more time. 57. Thanks for reminding me, Fear Souls. So 57 is what it is. Yeah, so I just need you to put a real name, and then I need to see a picture because I need to know that you're a real person. You are a real person, but you know what I'm saying. So everybody get your 57? 57. Number 57 when this ends. I know YouTube, like, what are they doing with these numbers? Thanks for reminding me about that. 57. You could be receiving $57. It could be $5.70. It could be $5.70. Could be $57. But 57, those two digits have to be somewhere around each other. You're not getting this on any other channel. So yeah, so definitely 57 is where it is. Oh, so this, yes, thank you, Charles. Yeah, it could be. So Fierce Soul, definitely one for you. Are you in the chat room, Fierce Soul? And I want to end, trying to end on this one. Drake, 57. Yeah, just follow me on IG. Yeah, it can be that. Yep, you can find me on IG. Lawrence D. Adams on IG. Fierce Soul. Wow. So 57. Well, we're going to end it. Everybody got it. I don't have an outro music. Do I have something? I don't have nothing set up tonight. This has been I had to talk to the cops today, and when I came in, let's see what this is. Wow, you're definitely right. Come on, 57 is showing up. Okay. Let me see if I can get this to play. Okay. Will be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for it. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you, Block. I see you now. I see you now. I see you. Okay, I got you. See both of you guys. I see you. I see you guys. All right. I just want to make sure I connected to the right people here. Got you. Got you. Got you. Got you, man. Got you. 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 Got you.
This is Mr. Bozeman. You are still alive as I speak. Thank you very much for the rent, as well as this is the facial, Mr. Lawrence.
Got you. I see you guys. I see you guys. Thank you. I got you on Instagram. I appreciate that. I know who both of you guys are now. So as soon as you change, we get you to change. We're gonna get you. Remember, 9 figure. Right. So let's go. We're a group of extraordinary men here. Let me go up. Let me find you on here. Okay, let's do this. I got to go back on. Where we going? YouTube. Where is he at? There we go. Did you see it? Tonight is wrench night. 57. You see it. Where is it? More than enough finality. Did you see it? Oh man, God, what happened to my music? I got you. Blah. Did you get what I just sent you? So we about to, how many people we got? We got 8 people still watching. Yeah, we're going to end it. All right, I'm going to 57 zeros on my check. Right. So Blah, I want to make sure that you get what I just sent you. When you comment, you'll see what happened. Well, we're going to end it. Thank you guys for showing up. 57 is where it is. I'll see you next Tuesday. Well, we're gonna now plan for the next show and go live. You guys have a good one. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the people who gave on Instagram. Gave on Snapchat, not Snapchat. See, I'm really past my bedtime. Who gave on Cash App and PayPal. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. Talk to you soon.